Welcome back, truck sim fans. Today I'm going to try and answer a question which I set myself on the previous video. If 3 trailers over this trail to Thompson Falls is too easy, what would 7 trailers look like? Well, to answer that question, here's a quick snapshot. Back to the driving. This truck is a Western Star 57X. It's got a 600 brake horsepower Detroit diesel, and I've used a small mod, the Western Star 57X Prime by Warrior 3D. I'll link that in the description. This allowed me to pick an 18-speed gearbox with retarders and, crucially, to choose the best ratio on the final drive so that I get the ability to haul trailers like this. The heavy cargo element is important. As you can see, at the moment this is in automatic. This is not having any problem at all going up here, but just as we get around the corner it starts to struggle a little bit. The combined weight, as it is an empty transport, there's no cargo on it, but the combined weight is 46 tons just in the truck and trailer. That's what we're dealing with today. Quite something, isn't it? Some other stats on the trailer. It's a 7 trailer rig, 20 axles, 32 feet per section. That means it's over 200 feet long. 80 wheels on the trailer plus 10 on the truck, 90 on the floor. The truck cost me around about 280,000. The trailer cost me 460,000 and on its own weighs something like 36 tons. So here we're changing into a sequential gearbox quickly. I'm also going to lock the diffs. You'll see the light on the dashboard. I think this will be better as we head on up here. So I'm now controlling the gear shift. I've put it into a reasonably high gear so it's not revving away, but I will be dropping it later on when it starts getting a little bit more tricky. So the first bend to negotiate is this one. It's got a drop on one side and some scree build up on the other side. I will have to take the truck into a clear patch so that I can get the angle round. Hopefully this will work. Now, as you can see, the trailers are already starting to dip down slightly off the trail there. They didn't fall. The back one did waggle a little bit. We're getting going on the other side. By now you'll realise I am chopping a few bits out of this one just to cut it down. I think the full drive was something like 15 minutes. Here's the next tricky bit. A small, very narrow ledge road, as it were, with a couple of cones. You heard the truck itself just clip something on the way through. Nothing damaged. I actually took a cargo after this run of flour, 83 tons. It took me something like 70 miles on a highway to get anywhere near the speed limit. So I had to start slowing down in the other half. That particular rig weighed 129 tons, quite heavy. Now I'm going to take this very wide. Not going to hit the end of the bridge, but I am going to pull in quite sharply so that I get the trailers lined up as far as I can on the left hand side without obviously capturing the leading edge on the parapet. That's what the trailer set looks like from the other side. Let's skip forward a little bit around the corner to the next part. If you remember on the previous video, I actually got the truck wedged in between this because I was watching the outside view too much. Here we go, we'll line up properly this time. This is going to be much more interesting now, so we'll go slowly over it. I'm roughly central with the, there you go, in both mirrors, with the bridge, but I'm going to take a more straight line off the exit there so that I can actually see if I can get the trailers through. We hear a couple of bumps. I presume that that's the last couple of trailers getting off the bridge there. So we're going round this bend again, get round the corner. This is what we're faced with, a little trail over open countryside. It's quite nice. A bit further on, we come round the corner to a set of planks, which is doubling up as our bridge at this point. So I'll get this truck centred over it now. Hopefully the outside view will show us that even though the truck is centred, there's still some movement across towards the right by the trailer set. It didn't actually hit. But I'm now going to line myself up for the next corner, so I'm going to let the trailers go slightly off trail while I get straightened up, go to the right, and then bring it back to the left. I'm going to put the wheels right on the edge of this cliffside road. There you go. As you can see, the truck is bouncing up and down a little bit. I'm going to try and get as far across to the left at this point so that the trailer set has a chance of getting round. Some of the bumps on the inside of this are less forgiving, and actually when we went round here, one of the trailers, I think it was number 6, got a bit stuck, so I am going to rev in low gear, trying to pull that through. When we succeed, go down the other side. That's pretty much it, that's the hard stuff over with. So what we're going to face now is some downhill sections, but I'll give you a nice view of the outside of the truck. You can see one bump coming up that will ripple its way back along the trailer set. Here we go. Watch the trailer. 5, 6, 7. You see the ripple? Good. Now another view a bit further down as we look out across the valley to Thompson Falls, where we are finishing this drive. And the trailer set going round one of these curves. These are relatively easy, but it's still nice to see in the mirrors there that big line of box trailers following along. In truth, these trailers do progressively cut the corner. They do get nearer the apex, even though I'm driving as far over as I could do in some of these cases. It just can't be helped, depending on how tight the curve is. This is a relatively easy downhill stretch. But just to let you have a quick idea of how long this trailer set actually is, as I go around this corner, I'm going to look back on the rearmost trailer as it is pulling level with me. It's not even quite level, it's just getting there. And there you go, that's the back of the trailer, and as we get around that corner, you can see them coming back round again. These concrete, what we call Jersey barriers, on the inside of the bend here might cause some problem, but I'll get long and wide round the edge of the corner, and hopefully that will allow the trailers to follow without colliding with them. Again, we swing back over. We're exaggerating the movement obviously on this from side to side, left to right with the actual unit, but that's just to give the train behind us, the trailer train, enough of manoeuvring space. This particular set of bends I'm just going to drive straight down. Why make life difficult? It's not the sort of thing that needs to be steered around. Anyway, we're coming up to the end of the drive. I think this moment of madness proves that yes, it is indeed possible to take a 7 trailer set through the off-road trail to Thompson Falls. Lining ourselves up with the bridge, let's have another look outside. That's the last trailer just coming into view. Thanks for following me on this little journey. All that remains to say is thanks for watching.